Hi, this is Fed Razak, financial contributor to YWO, and we're doing a market recap for the week of February 9th to February 13th of 2026. So looking at the highlights of the week, really it's the US market selling off towards the end of the week. Now this was, a lead up to, because it has been capitulating to a sell-off for quite some time. Now breaking down the market, starting out with the forex symbols, US dollar did gain as that inverse relationship continues as it gained specifically versus the Japanese yen the most, over 300 basis points, and over the euro and the British pound as well. Now looking and focusing on the US markets, we saw the Dow Jones sell off towards the end of the week, and that was added pressure from big tech stocks. Now that put some pressure on the Nasdaq also to sell off as well. Now breaking down the stocks, so it's specifically Apple, Nvidia, and Meta that had the biggest losses for the week, and that's some tremendous pressure. However, despite this sell-off, we're still in a very strong space when it comes to some of the retail stocks, specifically Walmart, as that continued to show strength on the upside. Now breaking down the commodities, the previous week we had tremendous sell-off in the precious metals. However, this past week we saw silver gain over 11% as we watch crude oil and Brent oil gain just modestly this past week as well. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin looks like it's hit a bottom, at least for now. It's trading within that 60K-ish level and looking like it's bottoming out, kind of testing that bottom quite again. So that's something to see if that develops. If it does break that lower end of the 60K, we may see it break down even further. Now looking at the markets altogether, over the past week, we did have NFP unceremoniously on Wednesday. That's not a usual event because remember the government had a shutdown in the previous couple of weeks, so it was delayed. Now in terms of the job market, we're doing okay, but there's still a discrepancy between the stock market and Main Street. Okay, that discrepancy is still happening, whereas Main Street, it seems like everybody's still struggling while the stock market is still doing very, very well, posed by some of these big tech stocks that have made a huge surge over the past couple of years. I'm not talking about this past week, but I am talking about a huge surge over the past couple of years, where the Dow Jones has collectively made over 2-digit gains yearly, which is